Hello and welcome to another video. This time we're going to be looking at the NPC templates in Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. Now all the NPCs in Tasha's are as a result of a summoning spell or an action or ability that a player character might have. Certain classes can call upon various NPCs to aid them in combat. And because of the way that the various abilities of the NPC are created. It all depends on various ability scores and things like that of the class. So the NPCs are presented as templates, and the Dungeon Master is going to have to edit these templates in order to make them usable for actual play. So let's have a look at Tasha's. And we'll look first of all at the Ranger. And we can see here that the Ranger has now some options with regard to its Beastmaster companions. This replaces the Player's Handbook version. And instead of summoning wolves and other things, the Ranger can now summon a beast of the land, sea, or the sky. And use that as their companion. So the Dungeon Master is going to have to create these NPCs in order for the player to be able to use them. So provided in Tasha, if we have a look at the NPCs here, we can see the Beast of the Land, Sea and Sky here. If we have a look at the Beast of the Land, you can see that at various points, like the armor class, hit points and various other things, they need to be changed to make the creature actually usable. And in order to assist the DM, all the changes that are needed to the template are detailed in the Other tab. So if you go into the Other tab, it will show you exactly what you need to change in order to make this character usable. Before you can do that, before you can edit it, you have to make a copy of the creature. So let's take a copy of the Beast of the Land here. We can now open that up and unlock it, and we'll just get the original one open as well, so that we have a reference as to what we need to do. If we click on the Other tab, we can see exactly what we need to do to this creature in order to make it viable. We're also, of course, going to need a Ranger for guidance, so if we open up our Ranger here, we'll see we've got a sample level 8 Ranger in order to help us to do all this. So the first thing that it tells us here is that the armor class, we need to add the Ranger's proficiency bonus to the armor class. And we can see that the proficiency bonus for this Ranger is a +3. So all we need to do in this case is just to click into the armor class box and change the 13 to a 16, and that's it. We then see that the hit dice for the beast is a number of hit dice, which are d8s, equal to the Ranger's level. So in this box here where it says See Notes, we can remove that, and we can just add in the 8d8, because we've got a level 8 Ranger, and the hit dice are d8, so 8d8 is the correct hit dice for this creature. And then we need to also change the hit points. These are 5 plus 5 times the Ranger level. So our Ranger level is 8, so 5 8s are 40, plus the 5 basic ones, so our hit points are 45. So far, so good. Next on the list is the feature charge. So if we go to their template here, our edited template, and look at the charge feature, it tells us here to change the word player with the correct save DC and charge to reflect the Ranger's spell save DC. So if we look down here, it tells us that the creature must save on a DC player strength saving throw. So we need to remove the word player from this string and add in the actual spell save DC. So we've got a level 8 Ranger. His wisdom bonus is +2, So his spell save is going to be 8 plus 2 plus his proficiency bonus, so 13. So we need to just replace the word player with DC, the actual number 13. And when we mouse over it, then we can see that that's going to create the correct saving throw when we add this NPC to the combat tracker. And the last thing we need to do here is to go to the actions and change some figures in the maul action. So if we scroll down, we can see the maul here, and it tells us that we've got to replace your spell attack modifier with the ranger's actual spell attack modifier. So we need to come in here and remove the words your spell attack modifier and add in the actual figure. So we need a plus, and then in this case it'll be 5. Because the ranger's attack bonus is 10 plus the proficiency. So we've got the highlight again to show that this will now put the correct attack modifier onto the combat tracker when we place this NPC on the CT. And we also need to add the ranger's proficiency bonus to the damage. So in here we've got the damage is currently 1d8 plus 2 slashing damage. So we need to change the plus 2 to add in the proficiency bonus, which is 3. So that becomes 1d8 plus 5. And again, if we mouse over that, we see that we've got the correct syntax. We can edit the name, of course, as well, but we're basically done here. And we would now be able to share this NPC with the ranger in order to accomplish the necessary combat abilities, etc. So that's the ranger, really. In addition to the ranger, and there's also similar summoning beasties for the a couple of the other classes, which you'll find all in the templates, and they basically all follow the same pattern. But in addition to these class abilities, there are also a number of summoning spells. And if we have a look at Tasha's Cauldron, let's get rid of that. If we have a look at Tasha's Cauldron, we can see that there's a number of summoning spells which are now available. For example, here we've got the Summon Aberration spell. And this allows the caster to summon a particular kind of creature. And these creatures, the statistics for these creatures also depend on the caster and various other things. And on the DM's version of the spell, there will be these links which will open up the various beasties that they can cast. And again, these beasties are going to have to be edited in order to make them usable in combat. And again, in order to assist the Dungeon Master, if we go to the Other tab, it tells us exactly what we need to do in order to change this template to make it into a viable creature for use in combat. So if I have a look at this one, the Aberrant Spirit Beholderkin, we can close this off. We go to our NPCs and find our Beholderkin template, and again we're going to make a copy of it so that we can edit the copy. So let's put that up here. We'll keep this open. We can unlock this so that our editing can begin. And let's get a wizard up to see what the various statistics we need to do. So again here, our first thing we need to change is the armor class. We need to add the spell level to the armor class. Now, of course, in this particular case, we've got, well, we haven't got the summon spirit here, but we can see if we go back to our spells, summon aberration. This is a 4th level spell. Let's just give it to our. So it's a 4th level spell. So we need to change the armor class here to add in the spell level. Now, of course, the wizard could be casting this at a higher level as well, but this is the spell level that we need to add in for the armor class. So we just need to change the 11 here to 15, and we're done. And then we've got hit points here. It says to add 10 for each spell level above 4th. So if our wizard was casting the spell at 4th level, then we can leave the hit points at 40. but if the wizard decides to use a 5th level spell slot, then we're going to have to change the hit points here to 50, and according to that. Next we need to go down to the actions in this case, and it says replace the text with the actual number of attacks in the multi-attack section. So you can see here that the aberration makes a number of attacks equal to half this spell's level rounded down. So we can just take out the this bit here. You can change this wording however way you want, but the aberration makes a number of attacks equal to, well, the spell level here is 4, so we can just put in 2. You can change that to make it more proper English if you like. The aberration makes 2 attacks or whatever. It doesn't matter because Fantasy Grounds doesn't really look at this line, so you can add in however, or you can word it however you want. And then finally in this case we've got to change your spell attack modifier to the actual attack modifier, and the caster's spell level to the damage and the eye ray. So it says here range spell attack, and we've got your spell attack modifier. So if we have a look at the Ray of Frost here, the spell attack modifier is +7. So if we take out your spell attack modifier to hit and just add in +7, and if we mouse over that we can see now that that's going to come up on the combat tracker with the correct figure. And then it also says to add the spell level to the damage. So the damage here at the moment is 1d8 +3 plus the spell's level. So if we just take out the spell's level, and we can take all of that out and just change the 3 to a 7. Let's do it properly. 7 psychic damage. We've got an extra plus, doing well here. There we go. And if we mouse over that again, we see that we've now got the correct figure, which can go onto the combat tracker. Now all of the spells that we've got, all the summoned creatures, and as you probably saw from the list there, there's a lot of them. The Celestials, Constructs, Elementals, Fae, Undead, Shadow, there's a lot of them. So all of these spells are potentially castable by a variety of different classes, and so in order to make these beasties actually usable, you are going to have to edit these templates to make them usable by the players in combat. You can change the names, of course, etc. And once you have completed your edits, then the NPC can be shared with the players, or the DM can control the NPCs, whichever you want to do, and they should all work as expected. So I think that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Cheers for now.